Sullivan Conway Tribune speech. Derrick Rose is a famous basketball player. He plays in the Chicago Bulls. Last season he tore his ACL. He said it was the worst day of his life, basically. He hasn't returned to the court yet. He's a huge role model for many kids all over the world. He has a lot of inspirational videos, and he works with a lot of inspirational groups, like the NBA Cares. The NBA Cares is an organization that takes famous basketball players all over the world to small communities with kids that have severe disabilities. Derrick Rose is one of the main people that are in the group NBA Cares. When everything is taken away from you, are you going to keep fighting or give up? Derrick Rose didn't give up on April 28th in a playoff game against our home team, the Sixers. He believed he could come back to the court better than ever. He hoped his fans and city would not give up on him. He focused on the main goal, stepping foot on the court again. He pushed through all the physical therapy that he had to undergo. He has drive that nothing can stop, not even a torn ACL. He inspires many people every day. I want to be great. I'm going to be great. There's no doubt about it. That's what Derrick Rose said. Every day. That's his motto. For some of you who may not know, I have a twin sister, Devin. She goes to the Mount, and she played varsity soccer her freshman and sophomore year until she tore her ACL. Now, I was at that game, and she quotes, "This is the worst day of my life." She heard a pop, and she said, "I knew something was seriously wrong." She's immediately been taken off the field, straight to the hospital. The doctor came out after her MRI and said, "You tore your ACL." She started crying like crazy and said, "I feel like all my hard work for my sport is gone." Devin is one of the best girl soccer players I know. She's only a sophomore and she is being looked at by colleges. The night she tore her ACL, I was in her room. I heard her crying and she was watching a video. I looked on the screen and she was watching Derrick Rose. She was motivated and she had drive. She said this injury wasn't going to stop me from pursuing my career. She is currently in therapy at ATL, a place near my house. She goes 3 times a week and watches Derrick Rose's video before she gets out of the car. A month ago, when the injury happened, the doctor said she wouldn't be able to play her sport ever again. And if she did, she would have a 50% chance to injure it again. She said, "This doctor doesn't know who his patient is. I'm playing my sport again. Nothing's going to stop me." That day, I knew she was serious. Her therapy is crazy. For 1 month into her injury, she is doing insane. She has no crutches and is walking perfectly fine. Derrick Rose was born on October 4th, 1988, on the south side of Chicago. He grew into a basketball star at recent school, Simon High School. He won 2 state championships there and was rated number 1 as a point guard prospect in 2008 going into the draft. He attended the University of Memphis and reached the NCAA championship 2 times playing for the Tigers. Shortly after, he was the number 1 pick in the draft for the Chicago Bulls in 2008. Derrick Rose first had an amazing year. He was voted Rookie of the Year. That's an amazing award. Rose led the team to 2 playoff entries in 2011 and 2012. He was given the NBA's MVP, Most Valuable Player award, becoming the youngest player ever to win this award. Derrick Rose signed a $94.8 million deal with the Chicago Bulls. Nothing but a bright future ahead of Rose, but on April 28th, Rose tore his ACL. This was a terrible day for the NBA, seeing Rose grip his knee in pain. He says, "Think of your most downest day and times it by 100, and it's not even as bad." Derrick Rose began his recovery a week after his surgery, like my sister. The therapists work on strengthening the thigh muscle and knee and to strengthen the brain. The first couple of rehabilitations are the hardest. Your knee just wants to give out, but you can't stop. This is important the first weeks. Derrick Rose didn't stop. You have to bring everything back, and you're starting at 0. Derrick Rose had to learn to walk and run again. Every day, Derrick Rose listened to music to tune him up. He says music was the main thing. He says there are days where you just want to give up. You just want to have a mental breakdown, he says. That you have sleepless nights and heartbreak, but you can't stop. I want to be great. I'm going to be great. There's no doubt about it. He tells himself every day. Derrick Rose is not just talk. He puts his words into action. On Christmas Day, he was set to return, but unfortunately, it got set back. The club says he was only at 70% on Christmas Day, so he plans to recover in late January, this month. My mom is trying to get my sister tickets to go to Chicago to see Derrick Rose on his first day, possibly for her birthday on January 27th. But now I think of my sister, and I'm just terrible. Every soccer game I play, I think of her before and work my hardest. I don't say I'm tired because I know she would just love to be running on that field. She says the 5 things that she lives by: hope, focus, push, drive, and faith. She has faith in herself, and she's not going to stop playing soccer. She tells me, it's my dream and I'm going to pursue it.